fight between Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury has been announced, and everyone is going crazy. Pros are putting in their predictions, and some are even calling for Tyson to have his belt stripped. Carl Frampton really doesn't see a way for Francis Ngannou to beat Tyson Fury, but he doesn't mean any disrespect towards the man himself. Frampton stated, "There's talk of a Francis Ngannou fight. I mean, I don't know what people are going to feel about that. In a boxing match, it's impossible for Francis Ngannou to beat Tyson Fury. I'll just say that. I've met Francis Ngannou. He's a lovely big fella. He's a monster of a man as well, but he's not a boxer. How can a guy who doesn't box go to beat one of the top fighters on the planet? Some may have him as number one pound for pound. Impossible. You can't beat him." Andre Ward seems to be interested in seeing Tyson fight Jon Jones or Francis, though. Andre Ward stated, "Personally, I'd like to see both. I mean, when I really think about it, I don't feel as strong about it as MMA fans. I know what they're saying. I follow MMA, and I know it's like, come on, Dana, like really? 1 minute you're saying this, now you're switching up. So I get what Dana's doing. He's a promoter, and in essence, he's promoting his guy. But I respect Jon Jones' fight game, and I'd like to see the Jones versus Tyson Fury thing, or the Francis fight." Eddie Hearn wasn't too excited about the news of the fight though, and he'd prefer to see Tyson defend his belt in a real match.
Tyson Fury's not interested really in undisputed and legacy. He wants to go out and make a load of money. So he's fighting a guy that he could fight 1,000,000 times and not lose. And he's probably going to make 30 or 40 million quid in the process. Good luck to him. It's disappointing for boxing, but I get it.
Anthony Smith is another fighter who really doesn't think that Francis stands a chance as a boxer, and he doesn't think that he'll get many more big names after this. Anthony Smith had stated, "He's uncommon in MMA, he's unique, he's very special, but in professional boxing, he's average at best. He's an average puncher, he's a below average boxer, he's below average in his footwork and movement, he's below average in his defense. He's not going to fare well as a heavyweight professional boxer. So because he has a fantastic name and an incredible highlight reel in MMA, he's gonna get a big fight for sure, but probably just one." Ariel Helwani seems to think the fight should be a pro match instead of an exhibition match, but he'd rather see Francis fight Tyson in an exhibition match instead of fighting a no-name boxer.
Even if it is an exhibition, and for the record, I would prefer it not be one. What the hell is that? Like, let's see the real fight, just like we saw May Mac be a real fight. Even if it is an exhibition, to me, it's still more intriguing than Francis versus some no-namer.
It seems that quite a few people are thinking the same way as Helwani too. Dillian White thinks this fight is more of a joke than anything, considering the state of the match.
What do you think about Tyson Fury fighting Francis Ngannou?
I don't even know what to say, man. Crossover fights is good, but it shouldn't be an exhibition fight though. It should be a proper fight. Either boxing rules with MMA gloves on, or that's what it should have been. Boxing rules with MMA gloves on. Then that's meat in the middle. You understand? Or punches and kicks with no takedown in the boxing ring. I don't know. Well, an exhibition is a bit of a joke having an exhibition. It's like they're both too big to be it should be a proper fight, man. Should be a proper fight. How much rounds is it as well?
I don't think anything's been confirmed exactly the stipulations around it.
He's gonna just beat Boss Ngannou. Ngannou can't strike. Even if
Who? Did you say Bungano?
Bungo, whatever his name is. I don't know.
Ngannou.
Even Brendan Schaub doesn't understand the point of the fight being an exhibition. Brendan stated, "So what's the point? So there's no knockdowns, no real fighting. That's also the worst thing you can do. It would be an awful mistake for Francis, man. When you leave the UFC and hope you get a big fight, it's going to turn all the fight fans off. Honestly, I'd rather watch Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg fight." Joe Rogan believed that Francis Ngannou has the power to beat anyone, but he doesn't think he could even touch Tyson Fury.
I know Tyson Fury was saying a bunch of crazy shit like, "You want to fight in a cage? Fucking 4 ounce clubs." People need to understand the levels of boxing, though. Listen, Francis Ngannou could knock out any human being on earth if he can hit them clean on the chin, but good luck hitting Tyson Fury clean on the chin.
At one point, Tony Bellew talked about what it would be like to see Francis and Tyson in a cage match, but he didn't think Francis would box him, seeing how he thought he would lose. Tony stated, and I don't even want to speak about Francis Ngannou because that boy frightens me just to hear his name, and I'm not scared of no one. He's never going to do anything in boxing. He'll get absolutely brutalized, but I'm telling you now, what he's capable of in a cage, he picks people up for a laugh and just slams them into the floor for fun. UFC official John McCarthy doesn't really see how an exhibition match like this will really change Francis' career in any way. John stated, "How does his life change? Zero. If there's one thing that people will automatically say about Francis, it's what? It's that he's got punching power. So he drops Tyson Fury. Okay, it's impressive. But it doesn't mean that he wins the exhibition. It doesn't mean anything other than he dropped him. He's got power. Is it gonna lead to another fight? You can't say it is, and it's not gonna change his life." Khabib thinks that no one can even touch Tyson in boxing, and he doesn't think that Francis will fare any better.
Tyson Fury, this guy is the best right now. It's like, I don't know, like, I think like Tyson Fury is like on different level on boxing. If they fight in MMA, of course, Francis Ngannou have chance, you know, now you know how to wrestle him. No, like we can see like from his last fight. If they fight in UFC, yeah, like Tyson Fury have not too many chance, you know. But in boxing, I don't see anybody can touch his face.
Carl Froch isn't too happy about the fight at all, and he thinks that any other fight would have been better for Tyson Fury. Froch stated, "It's a frustrating time for heavyweight boxing. Frank Warren's just announced Tyson Fury will fight Francis Ngannou, who is an MMA fighter, so it's another crossover fight. Load of rubbish. He's on about the game's changed, it's gonna change the whole sport. Absolute load of I don't like swearing, but it's a load of We don't want to see that fight. We want to see Tyson Fury in there with Usyk. The straight semifinal in Saudi Arabia that they've been talking about for a while, where Anthony Joshua fights Deontay Wilder. It's pointless Fury fighting Wilder." Well, Frank Warren knows exactly why they decided to do the fight, and he stated, "Why did we make the fight? Because we tried to make the fight with Alexander Usyk, we tried to make the fight with Anthony Joshua, and neither of them wanted to know." Michael Bisping seems to believe that Francis might have a chance, but he knows what Tyson Fury brings to the table. Bisping stated, "I think I'd like to see it. I want to see Francis Ngannou make ridiculous amounts of money. I think Tyson Fury would box Ngannou's head off, but Francis is a big man. He can take it, you know. We have all been beaten here and there, you know. He'd go in there, he'd have a fight, he'd have a punching chance. You never know. Francis hits ridiculously hard. If he can connect, you never know. And he's got the confidence to go forward." Tyson opened up about potential purse values, and it shows that he's in for a big payday. He stated, "We've had a lot of offers from the Middle East at the moment to host that fight over the summer. The purse is private information, but let's say it's 10, 20, 30, 50 times the amount UFC fighters make." Usyk's trainer spoke about why he thinks Tyson should have his belt stripped, and he stated, "It's an exhibition, it's not a fight. The fight is when you have the heavyweight undisputed championship at stake. This is the fight. When you're fighting Ngannou, you're earning money, entertaining fans and the public. That's all you're doing. I don't think it should be relinquished, no. He can be stripped for only one reason if he does not comply with the WBC rules. From a sports point of view, he has to be stripped because he stays inactive for so long, and he's cheating people by announcing fights that don't take place." Tyson seemed to address this in his own fashion, though.
Hey guys, a little bit of clarification. There's a lot of unknown, irrelevant people talking about how I should be stripped of my belt. Ha ha! Don't hate the player, hate the game. I don't have a mandatory. When I do have a mandatory, it'll be dealt with, just like every other mandatory I've ever had. Until then, keep on hating, motherfuckers! And enjoy little tiny bit of money that you guys are making while the big G's in the house.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.